Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in this week's top stories, Tzu Chi volunteers in China deliver foldable beds to rescue workers of the Shenzhen landslide disaster. We meet a couple who were struck by illness and poverty until Tzu Chi volunteers walk into their lives. And we meet people whose lives have changed because of Tzu Chi at year-end blessing ceremonies. Five days after the Shenzhen landslide occurred, Tzu Chi volunteers deliver 83 Jingsi multi-purpose foldable beds to the front lines so rescuers can rest properly. As it happened to be Christmas Eve, another group of volunteers brought more than 200 blankets to survivors.
With Tzu Chi's Jingsi portable bed in hand, rescue workers of the Shenzhen landslide disaster no longer have to sleep on the cold, hot ground.
For the first time, someone has provided us with such clean and environmentally friendly meals and beds while we are on duty. The environmental message behind the design of this bed is worth studying.
Now that you have this bed, as you take breaks between shifts, you can now sleep very well.
Caring for these rescuers as if they were their own children, Tzu Chi volunteers brought over the beds as soon as they arrived in Shenzhen. Since the disaster first occurred on the 20th, the volunteers have mobilized to lend their assistance. As it happens to be Christmas Eve, volunteers check on survivors at the temporary shelter.
这两天我们睡好一点，没睡好，天天的做梦在那里跑，梦着一直跑是吧？是啊，被吓死了。抱一下。
Most of survivors are scarred emotionally. I believe that Tzu Chi volunteers are very experienced in this area and can help them properly.
In today's Master Zheng Yan's teachings, she talked about how impermanence can strike at any moment. Therefore, as we face many natural and man-made disasters in the world, it is even more important for us to cherish our blessings.
这种天地之间的不调和啊，都是人类啊，在消福啦、消损福，都是在讲究享受所造成的。人说啊，好天爱积好来牛啊。这个气候很顺调的时候，五谷杂粮很丰收的时刻，我们的生活很富有的时候，大家呢也要惜福，要预防啊，就是万一呀。人生难免有不顺调的时刻，不只是天地之间不顺调，人间也有呢这样的无常不顺的时刻，所以我们要好好的惜福，真正的人与人之间要好好的用心哦。看到了生尊呢，看到了很多救难人员都是呢大帐篷在做救难的工作。我们的福慧床能到了啦，他们很开心的有毛毯，有福慧床，救难的人呐很感恩。那慈济人呢也已经呢到了医院关怀呀，还有呢到饭店里关怀等等，这都是人间呢很温馨的画面。 凤林小小的一个乡镇啊，每天100多个点哦，他们要去回收回来，就有20多位的老菩萨呢来分类啊，真的是很感动啊！长年累月都是这样。那同时呢，在那样小空间里啊，也有呢办这个乐龄的学堂，还有9点半开始呢，就会儿女把家里的长辈已经呢总是4亿啦，需要有人照顾啊，要不然呢自己一个人在家很危险，所以呢就会把他们送到凤林来。感恩我们的慈院慈大呢，也都有去帮他们开课啊，去带动这当地的这高龄的菩萨。
In our next report, we meet a Tzu Chi care recipient who has suffered from heart and kidney-related diseases. Wu Chunlai lost his job due to his illness and has to rely on his wife. When the couple faced financial difficulties back in Taichung, Tzu Chi volunteers have given them support. Now that the couple has moved to Taipei, local volunteers have again reached out to them.
昨天10点多的，嗨，吴太太，我们来了。
The volunteers clearly have formed a strong bond with the Wu family. The family's bonding with Tzu Chi was formed back in Taichung.
When they lived in Taichung, they were already our long-term care recipients. Therefore, after they moved here, we continue to help them.
Borough had told us that since we are new here and my husband's condition continued to worsen, he would contact Tzu Chi for us. The two of us have to raise a child and we have no income.
For a decade, Wu Chunlai has endured the discomfort of undergoing dialysis. Therefore, he has become depressed and his 4 limbs have atrophied.
你啊，参账手册啊，较免用了什么费用啊，还是种生活开销。
Wu Chunlai cried with guilt. Now that he is ill, the family's financial burden has fallen on his wife, who has not even finished elementary school.
Life is tough, but my heart isn't hardened because I love him dearly. I cannot just leave him when he's in this condition. I can't do it.
We met each other in 1990s and didn't get married until several years later. When I was healthy, we didn't talk to each other much, but after I became sick, we had more to say to each other.
The couple has grown even closer after Wu Chunlai fell ill. Although they do not have friends or relatives in Taipei, Tzu Chi volunteers' financial support and friendship have supported them.
I live around here, so I meet her quite often. When Mrs. Wu goes to buy groceries, I meet her often. I often run into her when I head to work in the morning.
I'm very grateful to Tzu Chi for helping us. They are very much like our family. Words cannot express my gratitude, so I will keep it in my mind.
We have more stories from Chen Tuanzhi and Yang Xiaodong from Xiamen, China. Both of them underwent corrective surgeries at the Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital to treat their deformities and are now living a new life back home.
In Xiamen, Fujian, Chen Tuanzhi follows Tzu Chi volunteers into the home of a care recipient. Already experienced in making home visitations, she tries to cheer up a downed scholarship recipient with her story.
Despite my knee problem, I still walk into my workplace in Xiamen. Though others' stare did bother me at first, I learned to change my mindset and shrug it off.
An optimistic outlook on life is the best present that Tzu can offer. It was her optimism that got her through her treatment in Taiwan, and thus she wants to share it with others.
Be like big sister Tzu and always stay positive no matter what, okay?
Tzu's heartfelt smile can always empower others. Zhang Jun from Guizhou lost the use of his legs after a bad fall. Now he is walking with crutches. For that, his wife is grateful to Tzu Chi volunteers.
When we are in a bind, other people lend us a helping hand and got us back on our feet. Now that we're well, we need to be the ones helping those in need.
Tzu Chi volunteers also visited Yang Xiaodong, who has a special gift prepared.
打工的第一个月工资啊！
你怎么舍得捐出来？
对，只是也觉得有意义啊，要去帮助大家嘛。
At their first encounter, Xiaodong couldn't even raise his head to greet Tzu Chi volunteers. Having been treated by the Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital, Xiaodong is now regaining his footing in life and vows to join the next home visitation.
We now take you to two Tzu Chi Year and Blessing ceremonies in Taiwan. At the Taichung Drug Abuser Treatment Center, inmates performed a Tzu Chi Sign Language song to express their gratitude. We're at the Luzhou Jingsi Hall in New Taipei City. Many people who have received Tzu Chi's aid took to the stage to share their life stories.
After I was diagnosed with leukemia, I just panicked. My family became gloomy too. We were just shocked.
At Tzu Chi's year-end blessing ceremony in Luzhou, New Taipei City, many people share how Tzu Chi changed their life.
Mr. Guo used to be a mold maker. About a year ago, he decided to start his own business and had even secured a loan by mortgaging his home. But in less than a month, he suffered a stroke.
Right when they were down on their knees, it was Tzu Chi volunteers who helped them back up.
He was depressed and would often cry. He also locked himself up and refused to interact with the world. But things are better now. He smiles more often and joins the brothers in recycling sometimes.
Through listening to real-life stories and witnessing the power of love, participants are inspired to take on the challenges of the coming year. Over at the ceremony at the Taichung Drug Abuser Treatment Center, inmates perform a Tzu Chi Sign Language song to express gratitude to the heaven and earth and their family members and friends.
When we chose this song for them to perform, we had teachers from the Teachers Association come here twice a week to teach them the meaning of the song first.
29-year-old Ah Wei has been here for over 2 years and has never experienced anything like this.
In life, we shouldn't forcibly go after things that are not meant to be ours. If it's yours, it's yours. If it isn't, even if you tried hard to make it yours, eventually a tragic end awaits you.
Ah Zhong has been learning from the volunteers since he arrived and has come to learn many Jingsi aphorisms. One particular one really resonates with him.
To do whatever should be done is wisdom. To do whatever should not be done is ignorance. See, that's why I'm here. I've done what shouldn't be done.
The positive influence brought by Tzu Chi volunteers is evident, and thus the center looks forward to the volunteers' regular visits.
Even though they may have committed a crime and lost their way in life, I believe they will turn around through interacting with different people.
Thanks to this unique year-end blessing ceremony, everyone is bathed in positive and loving energy, which shall help the inmates strive to correct themselves.
We now take you to the Meide Tzu Chi Recycling Station in Qiaotou, Kaohsiung. Here, the average age of recycling volunteers are over 70 years old. As many of them never went to school, a retired special education teacher decided to teach the seniors to draw so that they may learn to express themselves.
The average age of those who volunteer at the Meide Tzu Chi Recycling Station is over 70 years old. And today, they are doing something special.
Today, we're going to draw a roly-poly, so draw 2 circles first.
These grandpas and grandmas are getting excited, even though they are just learning to draw a roly-poly, because most of them never went to school or even worked with so many art markers. Miss Lu used to be a special education teacher before her retirement. She hopes to help these elderly express themselves through drawing.
As many of them are illiterate, they can communicate through their drawings just like sign language.
Together, the volunteers created a giant thank you card for Master Zeng Yan. The vibrant colors and drawings carry just as much warmth and sincerity as words would have. Among those who made the thank you call for the master is the eldest volunteer at the station, 87-year-old Grandma Jiang He, and this big fire ant is done by her too.
The fire ant has a nasty bite. When we used to work in fields, we'd get bitten all over our body. Those bites will really get you worked up, those damn fire ants.
The innocent old woman has described the pest perfectly. When drawing her hands next, she started the first stroke boldly without even first creating a sketch.
Since I was a child, I have only held a big hoe. I've never held a color marker. I only learned this after coming here.
In contrast, work done by 64-year-old Liao Heyu is more refined and meticulous. At home, she often practices with toy figures loved by her grandchildren.
A tissue box tends to have different drawing on each of its 4 sides, so you really have to concentrate to draw well. I'll never get tired of doing this.
A cancer patient, Mrs. Liao used to worry constantly. Now that she recycles and draws regularly, she is able to clear her mind and recenter herself in life.
Sofian Sukmana from Indonesia, who has first sought medical treatment at the Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital for his fibrous dysplasia in 2004, has returned to the hospital because of a scalp defect and wound infection in August. After 4 months of treatment, Sofian has been discharged from the hospital, and the medical staff and Tzu Chi volunteers held a farewell party for him.
我叫什么名字？
小凡。
小凡哈，还有谁？于婷。
Having known Sofian for 11 years, Deputy Head Nurse Lai Xiaofan treats him like her own brother. Inspired by Sofian's bravery, she has come to give him words of encouragement.
从他一开始，然后到这样。
He has undergone many surgeries since he was 15 years old, and now he's married and a father. It was hard to give him injections, but he never complained of pain. He kept saying it is fine.
When you get a chance to come to Indonesia, come to Sophia's home.
Inside the Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital, Sofian's visitors learn to sing Indonesian children's song. Having cared for Sofian during this period, the visitors have some final words to say before he leaves.
He has become the father of a baby girl, so we hope he will take good care of himself and be responsible for his family.
I really appreciate the Tzu Chi uncles and aunts. They have been encouraging and care for me. I am very grateful.
Tzu Chi volunteer from Indonesia, Kang Jia-bin, and his wife have been serving as Sofian's translators, and also keeping his mother company. With everyone's support, Sofian has realized that love is truly boundless.
He wants to get well, therefore he has been cooperating with the medical team. Our staff members have worked hard to help him. I hope he'll pay the love forward after returning home.
Singing out loudly, the medical staff expressed their good wishes for Sofian.
Be responsible for your family. In addition, teach your child well, so she can also one day contribute to mankind and society.
At this farewell party, the medical staff also presented their gifts for Sofian, a cap for him and clothing for his 2-month-old daughter.
I appreciate my mother for caring for me. I also want to thank the medical staff and Tzu Chi uncles and aunts. Although I cannot see clearly, I can feel everyone's love here.
With the staff's well wishes and Tzu Chi volunteers' love, Sofian goes home ready to take on the challenges in life.
Tzu Chi volunteers have long been promoting vegetarianism for its health and conservation benefits. In Taiwan, at a class attended by Daai mothers in Taipei City, Tzu Chi volunteers invited all to embrace the healthy diet. Meanwhile, in Taipei, Tzu Chi volunteers prepare vegetarian dishes for the employees of Neihu District Office.
These Tzu Chi volunteers are preparing delicious vegetarian dishes that will be delivered to Neihu District Office.
We're providing them our vegetarian dishes for their combined birthday party for employees and a farewell party for the retiring district superintendent.
We held a combined birthday party 3 months ago, and Tzu Chi sisters provided us with vegetarian dishes. Our colleagues then discovered that vegetarian cuisine can be tastier than meat dishes. So I asked Tzu Chi sisters to provide us with vegetarian dishes again.
In addition to promoting vegetarianism at birthday parties, other Tzu Chi volunteers also invited Daai mothers to embrace vegetarianism in a class at the Xintai Liaison Office.
I learned from the class that the nutritional values of vegetables are higher than those of meat. Many celebrities, such as Barbie Hsu and Andy Lau, are vegetarians and they are very healthy.
As vegetarianism becomes more popular, more people are going meatless out of their compassion for animals, as well as their pursuit for better health.
In New Taipei City, Tzu Chi's year-end blessing ceremony was recently held at the Shuanghe Jingsi Hall. During the ceremony, many elderly volunteers, some in their 80s, took part in the musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude towards Parents, surprising the audience with their agility and outstanding performance. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. See you next week.